Awesome. Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Colorful Connections. Today we have a super fun activity. It's out of this world. We are going to be making spaceships. And in order to do that, the materials we will be using today is a toilet paper roll, a glue stick, white construction paper, but you know me, if you'd like to use a different color, I'm all for it. Tissue paper, and the colors I'd recommend using is the red, orange, and white, or like I said, any color will work. And then a marker, crayon. Honestly, this is optional, but if you want to color on your spaceship, then I'd recommend getting a marker or crayons, anything to write with. So with that being said, let's jump into it. So first, thank you. Shout Jen to remind me, clothespins. We're gonna need 3 clothespins, and this is to finish out our spaceship. So don't forget the clothespins. Yeah, go ahead. My helper's gonna hold it for me. So to get started, there should be pre-cut pieces of paper. I want to say there's 2. So the first white piece of paper there is a square piece of paper. I didn't cut mine yet. So for my friends who don't have theirs pre-cut, you're gonna take the white piece of paper and you're going to make a square, and it's going to be able to wrap around the toilet paper roll. So if you want to do or like measure it, you take your toilet paper roll and then wrap your paper around the toilet paper roll. So wherever it stops at the circle, you're going to cut. So mine stops right there, and I'm going to cut. All right, so once we have our somewhat fairly square white construction paper, we're going to glue the paper onto the toilet paper roll. So we're going to take our glue. All right. Here. All right. So once we got our square, I glued mine. Now I'm gonna wrap my construction paper around my toilet paper roll. Just like that. All right. Got a little excess at the top, so I'm gonna just cut a little bit off. Take it. It's okay. We don't like that. It's yucky for our mouths. So now that we covered our toilet paper roll, we are going to take the rest of our white piece of paper, and I say have it like up and down, like the long way, and then you're going to cut a small piece off because this is going to be the top to our spaceship. So it looks like this. Like a nice long rectangle.
What?
Yeah, rectangle. So once we have our long rectangle piece, we're gonna try to make it into like a cone. So by doing that, we're gonna turn it into like a circle. So I took both my ends and I put them together.
Wow.
Okay, baby. All right. So, okay. So this is kind of the hard part. So like I said, we take both ends and then we're going to put it together. So once you close it together, you got to cut the excess part. So let's get our scissors. But you don't have to. It's definitely optional, but I'm going to cut it. Cut the little part off. Just like that. Gotta get more glue. Okay. All right. So that's how mine's looking. Just like that. Perfect. And now once you have the top to your spaceship, you are going to stick it on the body of your spaceship. And I recommend, if you can, put some glue around the top just so it holds a little better. So that's how it's going to look. I think I might cut a little more off of mine just so it can look more like a top. Thank you, baby. And I think I'm gonna just put some words on mine. Mine is gonna say you can do it, because you can do anything you put your mind to. You can do it. You can do it.
Oh, yes.
All right. So once we have our top on the body of our spaceship, this is where our tissue paper comes in. So we're going to grab our pieces of tissue paper. I cut mine into some strands like this. And then I recommend the strands that you have, just glue them all in one at the top. I'm going to take my glue. Get my tissue papers. Oh, okay. That's right, I got back up. You gotta have extras for kiddos. All right. So once we glue the top and the bottom is flaring just like that, we are going to stick it to our spaceship. And it doesn't matter where you stick it. Stick mine. You can stick it on the outside. If you don't want it to be shown a lot, you can stick it in the inside of the tissue paper, which is actually what I'm gonna do, just so it doesn't show too much. Let me see. Thank you. So yeah, stick it on the inside. If it's not sticking the best, you can definitely use tape. But There we go. So basically, when our ship blasts off, this is the fumes that come after it. So now we are going to add our clothespin. Oh, my top fell off. So when we add our clothespins, we're going to add it to one side, just like that. And then we're going to add the other one on the opposite side, just like that. And then the last clothespin can either go in front or on the back. You just want to make sure that it's able to stand. So I gotta look for my third one so I can show y'all the complete. Hold on. All right, friends. Well, I can't find my third one, but that's okay. If you have yours, stick it on, and then you should be able to stand it up. Leilani, yours looks so good. And then there we have it, friends. We have our spaceship.
Yay!
And
Decorate ours. Yay! Yours looks amazing, Leilani.
yes,
I love your pink spaceship.
Right. You did so good. So the reason we created a spaceship today is because we were recognizing Mae Jemison. And she was actually the first African American woman to travel into space for 8 days. So we are recognizing her today with our awesome spaceships. And like I mentioned, you can do it. So if you want to be an astronaut and fly up into space one day, you can do it, just like Mae Jemison. Good job, everybody. You guys did so well. I love the spaceships. I love you guys' creativity. You guys did so good. Thank you for hanging out with us today. We will see you guys next week.
Bye. Bye.